so loud. I feel like so many people feel like
Yeah.
Right, take two. Good evening, everyone. My name is Callie Bao, and I've had the privilege of serving as president for our current chapter of National Honor Society. So before we get into anything else, I'd like to thank everyone joining us here tonight for their support of our NHS members, and especially our sponsor, Mrs. Seabreeze. Who my fellow officers and I have had the pleasure of working with all year, and we truly could not be here without her. So, as we look towards the future tonight, inducting our new members and officers for the next chapter, I'd also like to take a moment to celebrate our graduating seniors. Every senior here, every single senior here, has put in hours of work to help better our community in different ways, from writing letters of appreciation for Rockville teachers, to fully coordinating and executing their own senior service projects. And they've demonstrated full commitment to the values and pillars of this organization. So, another round of applause for them, please. As we all move on to the next chapter of our lives, let's remember the one we spent together here and continue growing as the leaders we become during our time at NHS. I can't wait to see what you all accomplish in the future. I know it'll be great. Thank you. And I'd also like to quickly thank our principal, Ms. Piles, for being here tonight, and she can come up and say a few words.
To the class of 2025, you are here. Not yet, we still got about 4 more weeks. But how exciting is it to see these young folks leaving tonight? This is what you have been here for. This is what these 4 years have been about. And I'm super proud. My name is Rashonda Platts, and I am the proud principal of Rockville High School. And I'm filled with joy and pride to welcome you all to this special occasion, your induction into the National Honor Society. Tonight we recognize an incredible achievement. Being inducted into NHS is more than just a title. It's a reflection of who you are and how you live your life every day. Each of you were chosen because you embody the 4 pillars that define the National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. These values are not just qualities listed on a certificate. They show up in how you engage in class, how you help classmates out without being asked, how you take an initiative to start a club or project, and how you give your time to causes that matter in our community. Every late night spent studying, every act of kindness in the hallway, every time you have an opportunity to volunteer and you log those hours, it's all a part of the foundation you're building for a meaningful life beyond these walls. As you prepare for life after high school, whether that's college, the military, or starting a career, the habits you form through these 4 pillars will continue to serve you. Scholarship isn't just about grades. It's about staying curious and committed to learning. Leadership means stepping up when it's hard and helping others rise with you. Service reminds us that all lives are most powerful when used to uplift others. And most importantly, character. That's who you are when no one else is watching. And that's huge. Who you are when no one else is watching. One of the greatest lessons we've learned, especially in recent years, is that the world needs people who are not only smart and skilled, but who are also kind, compassionate, and committed to something greater than themselves. As the author Marian Wright Edelman once said, service is the rent we pay for being. It is the very purpose of life and not something you do in your spare time. You are already living that truth, and tonight is proof of that. When the selection committee read through your applications, one thing that probably stood out over and over was gratitude. Many of you shared stories of sacrifices your families have made, the mentors who believed in you, and the teachers who challenged you. You didn't get there alone, and what I want you to do is always remember that. That awareness is a sign of character in itself. So tonight, as we honor your achievement, I encourage you to take a moment to thank all of those people who have walked with you on this journey. And as you look ahead, remember to carry these values with you into every space you enter. Whether you're in a classroom or working in your community, bring your whole self. Lead with integrity, stay curious, keep serving others, and never stop striving for excellence. Congratulations, National Honor Society inductees, Class of 2025 National Honor Society members. We will miss you, but we are very proud of the legacy that you are leaving here for those who are to join the National Honor Society. I'm very proud of who you are, and I'm even more excited for who you all are becoming. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Piles. Okay, so at this time, we will acknowledge those senior members who have completed the requirements to be considered members in good standing by awarding graduation regalia. With those members who have earned the privilege of wearing graduation regalia, please stand and approach the stage. Amy Aqua. Callie Keith. Amira Yungo. Ronan Campbell. Elizabeth Cook. Mira Costner. Elizabeth Cavino. Anastasia DeCoulis. Herman Diaz Pena. Michael Fondue. Jessica Freitas. Love Sharma Georges. Bethel Heilig Gabriel. Kayla Harrison. Marvin Congo. Nicole Correa. Man. Grace Lisenberg. Allison Martinez. Tabitha Newman. Anna Nguyen. Sophie Nguyen. Valeria Velasco. Isabella Patricio. Jefferson Reggies. Camila Sanchez. Grace Seltzer. Daniel Shaloshpo. Chanya Sabdoui. Ruben Tendayu. Amy Tu. Asnaka Jewel. Layla Montel. Anika Wong. Madison Watts. Alice Sang. Aaron Kelly. Camille Lockwood. Lillian Yared. And Callie Bao. We will now commence the swearing in of the newly elected officers. Would outgoing treasurer Aaron Kelly please come to the podium?
Will Maya Shambu please rise and approach the podium? The office of treasurer is one of supreme importance and high trust. It will be your duty to be the custodian of the chapter's funds, to keep accurate records, to be ready to give reports involving your office. Maya, are you ready to take your oath of office as treasurer of the Rockville High School National Honor Society? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me the oath of office. In the presence of honored guests and members here assembled, I, Maya Shamlu, do solemnly promise and pledge that I will faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of treasurer to the best of my knowledge and ability. I congratulate you upon your election. Scholarship denotes commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting
lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when the formal education has ended, for only then does the formal education end with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element of life, which leads to the highest success, and it can be only acquired in one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Members have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Would outgoing Secretary Camille Lockwood please come to the podium?
Will Molly Hanson please rise and approach the podium? The office of Secretary is one of supreme importance and high trust. It will be your duty to record the minutes of all meetings, to conduct the chapter's correspondence, to keep accurate records, and to be ready to give reports involving your office. Molly, are you ready to take your oath of office as Secretary of the Rockville High School National Honor Society? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me the oath of office. In the presence of honored guests and members here assembled, I, Molly Hanson, do so solemnly promise and pledge that I will faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of Secretary to the best of my knowledge and ability. I congratulate you upon your election.
My pillar is service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation to the public or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to creation of a better tomorrow.
Would outgoing Vice President Lillian Yerra please come to the podium? Will Zoe Upton please rise and approach the podium? The office of Vice President is an important post. It will be your duty to preside in the absence of the President, as such to conduct the duties as are specifically prescribed in your chapter's bylaws. You must immediately familiarize yourself with the rules of parliamentary procedure and the bylaws of the Rockville High School National Honor Society. Zoe, are you prepared to take the oath of Vice President of the Rockville High School National Honor Society? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me the oath of office. In the presence of this company here assembled, I, Zoe Upton, do solemnly promise and pledge that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Vice President to the best of my knowledge and ability. I congratulate you upon your election.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be, in reality, what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
Would outgoing President Callie Bell please come to the podium?
Dina Eber, will you please rise and approach the podium? You have been constitutionally elected President of this chapter of the National Honor Society. It will be your duty to preside at meetings, to enforce impartially the bylaws of the chapter, to function in every respect as the chief administrative, managerial, and executive officer. It will be your duty to guide the officers in developing the chapter's aims and objectives. You are charged with the responsibility for the proper functioning of all committees. Dina, you should at all times be watchful for activities, projects, and programs which will be helpful to your officers, directors, chairpersons, members, chapter, and the society as a whole. You must become familiar with the chapter's bylaws. In the last analysis, the ultimate success of this organization rests in your hands. Dina, are you prepared to take the oath of office as President of the Rockville High School National Honor Society? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me the oath of office. In the presence of honored guests and the members here assembled, I, Dina Eber, do solemnly promise and pledge that I will faithfully execute the duties of President of the Rockville High School National Honor Society.
I will faithfully execute the duties and honors of the Rockville High School National Honor Society
To the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to commit myself to further the objectives of this chapter,
commit myself to further the objectives of this chapter,
and assume full responsibility for this honorable organization.
and to assume full responsibility for the honorability of this organization.
By the authority vested in me by the Rockville High School National Honor Society, I now proclaim you duly installed as President.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the faculty of our school for successfully completing their candidacy and are being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter. For current members and those former members who may be among our guests, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you too are charged with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. Today's ceremony indicates the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records, which establish eligibility for membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations, and we serve our school and community through many activities. We are proud of this record of accomplishment and welcome these new members who bring new energy in support of our continuing work as NHS members. It is at this time we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Rockville High School chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards for the society. Will the candidates please rise and approach the stage? Milat Abio. Soliana Adane. Katya Adcock Peterson. Andrea Adelantar. Gabriel Alcantara. Tonima Amina. Bella Anderson. Annabella Avalar. Lara Barot. Dalen Rivera and Sora. Yadina Barakat. Margaret Barabee. Harrison Bennett. Fatima Caceres Chavez. Johan Castillon. Allison Chambergo Suse. Jacob Chen. Kelly Chung. Dorian Cook. Ada Prairie. Abby Cutter. Maeve Cutter. JJ Dons. Anna Desgupta. Izzy Dedrick. Estefania Diaz Pena. Tegan Dunstan. Mark Eckenroth. Helen Esmond. Victoria Fansel. Allison Feldman. Eamon Flynn. Elijah Forrester. Evander Franken. Brian Garcia. Cynthia Garcia Escamilla. Camila Gomez Bicanoma. Gavin Hintz. August Hughes. Saya Joseph. Stephanie Kanan. Jonathan Landner. Marla LeMay. Thomas Lemke. Alyssa Leon. Michelle Lane. Colin Lozano. Landon Lloyd. Sorrel Long. Washini Bandara. Charlotte Mahoro. August Makaliv. Methika M. Sherry Myers. Tony Nguyen. Kaya Pesce. Felix Pomponi. Nicole Casenberry. Simone Ramos. Margaret Reggins. Dariela Reyes Mejia. Thomas Ridley. Preston Rios Davis. Thomas Sanders. Lillian Saving. Rashid Saxena. Tejas Shrestha. Rachel Singleton. Loki Smith. Rakeem Solomon. Bryn Sparks. Tia Supriyanto. Brayden Taylor. Cameron Trail. Gianna Trana Arias. Valerie Vasquez Aria. Rebecca Vasquez. Liana Vera. Juan Villatoro Lopez. Sophie Watts. Mason Willard. And last but not least, Jolie Zoom. Would all National Honor Society members please stand and join me in reciting the National Honor Society pledge found on the back of your program. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. And will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Please be seated. Good evening. One more. I'm Diddy Ebert, and I'm honored to be Rockville High School's National Honor Society Chapter President for the 2025-2026 school year. Tonight, I'd like to start by congratulating my fellow officers, as well as shouting out our sponsor, Ms. Seabreeze, for organizing the ceremony and dedicating her time to facilitating all the hard work that goes into NHS. To our new inductees, welcome. By taking the initiative and filling out the application for NHS, you've already demonstrated engagement both in and outside of school, which your teachers can attest to. As Rockville High School's largest student organization, NHS brings together students who value being proactive in their community and committing themselves to fulfilling their academic potential. We can see this in many of our current members, several who have started their own student organizations this year. We can also see this in our seniors, whom I'd like to recognize for their contributions and celebrate their role as role models for the past 4 years at Rockville. The regalias they have received today symbolize their dedication to the pillars of NHS: scholarship, leadership, character, and service, which I know they will continue fulfilling in their journeys post-graduation. I'm so excited to see what you will accomplish. Looking towards the future, I am beyond excited to see what we can achieve together during the 2025-2026 school year. From service projects to fundraisers, I'm committed to ensuring that this year is as productive and meaningful as possible. I have no doubt that each of our members, new and old, will be a valuable asset to this organization and our community. Thank you to all in attendance, and have a good night. We ask that the audience remain seated until all chapter members have recessed out of the auditorium. Please join us for light refreshments in the cafeteria.